Hello, good evening, and welcome to JoyNews Prime, live from our studio here in Kokomlemle, Accra. We're live on DSTV channel 42 and GoTV channel 125 around the world on myjoyonline.com. Coming up, trial of the NDC's James Jachikwason to continue on a daily basis starting July 4. Also, minority and majority MPs haggle over which day to consider anti-gay bill. This follows Speaker's directive that it must be taken on Tuesday or Thursday next week. Also, JoyNews Impact Makers Awards, the first of its kind in the Ghanaian media space, comes off tonight. We'll take you live to the scene for more. In business, economist Professor Lord Mensah is optimistic Ghana's negotiations with its external creditors could speed up as Zambia strikes deal to restructure $6.3 billion owed.
From where I sit, this is going to speed up, Ghana's, negotiations when it comes to our external debt. Look at the prospects of the country and ability of the country to pay for whatever extended debt that we propose to them.
This is your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. Please stay with us for details. Now, JoyNews Impact Makers Awards, the first of its kind in the Ghanaian media space, is set to go a notch higher by recognizing and honoring the persons behind the stories told daily. It comes off later this evening at the Labadi Beach Hotel, where we celebrate ordinary people making extraordinary impact in their communities. Tonight, 11 people will be honored for their selflessness towards the advancement of their communities. Project lead Emefa Etiamwa says the objective is to recognize and encourage individuals in communities to take up the challenge of promoting development at the lowest level of their lives to be able to live a dignified life. Rewards will be in the form of cash prizes to support what they do. JoyNews would also make its platform available to them to promote their various interventions at no cost to them, while showcasing them to corporate Ghana for bigger opportunities in their field of work. We'll be taking you there live for you to see what is happening there. On your screens now is Israel Lai, who is part of the people running the affairs there. Now, let's take you there to the event grounds now.
I've been asking where Israel is. So, yes. If you haven't read that article that was put on my Joy Online about the fact that I'm away on loan at Influence Africa, yes, that's what it is. I'm actually away on loan. But yeah, you can go on loan and at some point, be called back to your main team. So I'm here on assignment to serve the main team. And Influencer Africa is your largest network of influencers, at least in West Africa. And in Africa, yes, we're one of the largest. And Oheneyiri Gifty Auntie, one of our judges, can attest to that, right? Thank you very much. Okay, so I'll go on and acknowledge some of the dignitaries that are here this evening. We have Ken Ashigbe. He's the CEO of the Telecom Chamber. A round of applause to him, please. And of course, he was once at Joy FM as the general manager. So just so you know. And by the way, this program is going out live on Joy News and also on Joy 99.7 FM. Ibrahim Tanku Amidu, he's the Executive Director of Star Ghana Foundation. Thank you very much. We have Dr. Ben Okra, who's the Executive Director, Ghana Philanthropy Forum. And then Gifty Auntie. In fact, let me put it, properly. Oheneyiri Gifty Auntie, who is the CEO of GDH Media. And then Dorinando is the host of the Cosmopolitan Mix on Joy 99.7 FM. We also have the general manager of the Joy Brands, Fifi Kumsing. And then General Manager Sales and Marketing, Max Fugger. All right, so now I'm bringing in Fifi Kumsing, who is the General Manager for the Joy brand, to come and give us the opening remarks. A round of applause to him.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, judges, awardees, our dear sponsors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome to the inaugural edition of the JoyNews Impact Makers Awards. Tonight we gather here to honor and celebrate individuals who have truly made a difference in their communities. I deem it a great privilege to stand before you to address this esteemed gathering. Communities are the heart and soul of any society. They are the places we live, we work, and raise our families. They are the foundations upon which our shared values and aspirations are built. At Joy News, we believe in the power of storytelling, in shining a light on the remarkable stories of everyday heroes who work tirelessly to uplift their communities. Through our features and documentaries, we speak truth to power and hold governments to account, done in the supreme interest of the public. Tonight, we have come together to recognize those exceptional individuals who have dedicated themselves to improving the lives of others, to creating positive change, and to leaving a lasting impact on the very fabric of our society. The power of one person to change the world should never be underestimated. Often, it is the small, everyday acts of kindness and compassion that have the greatest impact. It is the teacher who inspires a love for learning, the doctor who brings healing to the sick, the entrepreneur who creates jobs, or the volunteer who selflessly gives their time to help those in need. These are the heroes among us today, the unsung champions of our communities. And tonight, we celebrate their achievements. The Joy News Impact Makers Awards are not just about recognizing the remarkable accomplishments of these individuals. They are also about igniting a spark within each and every one of us. They serve as a reminder that we all have the power to make a difference, regardless of our backgrounds or circumstances. We are all capable of kindness, generosity, and compassion. And it is through these qualities that we can create a better world. Tonight, we honor the visionaries, the innovators, and change makers who have gone above and beyond to improve the lives of others. Their stories are a testament to the human spirit and a source of inspiration for us all. By celebrating their achievement, we hope to amplify their impact, to spread their message of hope and positivity, and to encourage others to follow in their footsteps. Tonight, we celebrate these extraordinary individuals. Let us also celebrate the power of community. Let us recognize that we are all connected, that our actions have far-reaching consequences, and that by working together, we can create a brighter future for us all. Thank you for joining us on this special evening here at the Labadi Beach Hotel, on the Joy News channel, on Joy FM, and on our social media platforms. And congratulations to the award recipients. May your achievements continue to inspire and ignite the flame of change within us all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Fifi Kumsing, the General Manager for Joy Brands. We're going to take a message from our sponsors. And our sponsors for this evening, KGL and Gold Key Properties. But I would have a message from Gold Key Properties. A round of applause for them, please.
Thank you. My name is Efwa, Head of Sales and Marketing for Gold Key Properties. So Gold Key Properties is a Ghanaian real estate company with over 2 decades in the industry. We're into sales, rental, property development, and property management. Gold Key is honored today to be part of the maiden edition of Joy Impact Makers. Our aim as developers is to make an impact in the communities we work in and to build a reputation as sustainable green developers. Our key focus areas are education, health, environment, and sanitation. On the health aspect, we focus on mental wellness. And on education, we sponsor college tuition for students, help with internship opportunities to build up their career. On environment and sanitation, we also assist with building green, as well as making Ghana green, so adopting green spaces and developing it. And adding on to the health aspect, we help with medical bills and donations across the country. Today, we celebrate the change makers who are exemplary figures in our communities. Gold Key will continue to be a part of this great thing Joy and Multimedia Group is doing. We hope to assist every year the best way that we can to make a change in our community and to assist everyone that needs help. We hope to set an example for other companies and institutions to just not maximize profit, but also try their best to help their community in any way they can. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gold Key Properties. So next, we're going to announce the packages that we have for this evening. And to do that, I'm going to invite the channel manager for Joy News, Kweku Owusu-Pepra. Right, so Kweku will be with us in a bit. But yes, I would want to also acknowledge the Labadi Beach Hotel, who are hosting us this evening and giving us this very comfortable space to be in, and especially to the MD, David Eduafo, the very first Ghanaian to head a hotel like that. So yes, in a bit, we're going to have Kweku Owusu-Pepra coming and tell us about the packages that are available to those who are going to be winning awards or going to be honored this evening. All right, we'll take a quick break, as happens sometimes on news, and then we'll be back. You're welcome back. Sorry about that. You're welcome back to the Labadi Beach Hotel, where we're having the maiden edition of the JoyNews Impact Makers Award. Let's have Kweku Owusu-Pepra, the channel manager for JoyNews, give us the packages now. A round of applause, Kweku.
Very much, and thank you all for coming and honoring our invitation. Tonight we celebrate greatness. We celebrate the goodness in our humanity, and we celebrate the worth of life, the people who go that extra mile to make meaning, the people whose heart beats for the communities they work in. So the worth of an award is not only in money. It's not only in brick or mortar. It is to honor and recognize the impact made. So tonight, we do not only present cash, but we present that intrinsic value, that which money cannot buy, that which elevates you in the minds of society and open doors that no man can close. But you say, once in any free crowd, so what we have is a prize package of about 80,000 Ghana cedis. And in this 80,000 Ghana cedis, you will find community impact. Because these people have invested their souls to bring smiles to the faces of people. But they need to be known. They need to be seen. Their good work needs to be exhibited for others to support them. So at Multimedia, we would offer that platform for them to tell the rest of the world what they do and how far their investments go, so that others can support them, hold their hands as they continue to make tremendous impact. And that is why this is important. That is just to say that even if the housefly has nothing, it wraps its palms together. So as we wrap our palms together, we would offer some small cash prize. Also to say thank you. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for giving true meaning to humanity and our existence. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much. And I'm sure those of you who are watching will be wondering, how did we settle on those who are going to be honored this evening? Well, there was a set of criteria, and the judges know all about it. And I'm honored to invite one of the judges to come here to tell us a bit more about how they settled on those who are being awarded. Ken Ashibe is the Chief Executive of the Chamber of Telecoms.
Thank you very much, Israel. Israel, you mentioned that I worked at Joy FM. The last one, I worked at Multi-TV. So before, when I was leaving, I was rather from Multi-TV. Joy FM, they take everything. But it's good. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed participants, good evening. In my dialect, they'll say, Afiena Mikatan. Welcome to this remarkable celebration of a community of impact. Yes, today we honor those with extraordinary skills, heart, whose unwavering dedication and selfless efforts have left indelible marks on their communities. As judges for this esteemed award programs, we are humbled and privileged to stand before you to acknowledge these remarkable change makers. It is said that a country that does not honor its heroes is not worth dying for. JoyNews, we thank you for helping Ghana become a country worth dying for. In a world where the noise of discord can often drown out the harmony of unity, these exceptional individuals have chosen different paths. They have heard the calling of their communities and have responded with courage, compassion, and unwavering commitment. They have become beacons of hope, catalysts for positive change, and guardians of well-being of those around them. Tonight, we recognize the quiet heroes who have worked tirelessly to alleviate suffering, to empower the marginalized, and to uplift the lives of others. Their efforts have ripped through their communities, inspiring and awakening the latent potentials within each person they have touched. They have shown us that a single act of kindness can ignite a chain of reaction of goodwill and create more inclusive, compassionate, and thriving societies. They have shown us that it's not just about what you have in your pocket or what you can gather, but it's more about what you can give unto others. They are giving us examples that we should stop celebrating those who are destroying our environment and making money out of that. Those corrupt people who are greedy, and those are the ones we only see. Those people who take political power and all they care about is themselves. They are showing us that we need to acknowledge the differences we can make in the lives of others. People are smiling. There's no way I'll miss the opportunity of the microphone and not talk about this existential threat of ecological suicide, which we call galamsey. Whether it's through innovative social enterprises, grassroots activism, or transformative initiatives, these individuals have transformed challenges into opportunities. They have shown us that diversity can be conquered and barriers can be broken down when driven by deep-rooted belief in the inherent worth and potential of every individual. Their stories are embodiments of the power of human connection, of the profound impact that a single person can have on the lives of many. Rarely, as an individual, you have the power to make a change for good. They remind us that each of us possesses the capacity to make difference, no matter how small or significant our contribution may seem. They inspire us to reflect upon our own roles within the communities and to ask ourselves, what can I do to create a positive change? Yes, you can. Yes, I can, and I should do better. Tonight, let us applaud these remarkable individuals, not only for their accomplishments, but also for their unwavering spirit and determination. They are living proof that the true measure of success lies not in personal gain, but in transformative impact that we have on the lives of others. As we celebrate their achievements, let us also be reminded of our collective responsibilities to nurture and support those who endeavor to make these differences. Together, let's cultivate an environment that recognizes and celebrates the power of community engagement, where the seeds of compassion and empathy are sown, where the flames of inspiration are ignited. To all the award recipients, I offer my heartfelt congratulations and deepest gratitude. Your tireless efforts, your unwavering commitment, and your extraordinary achievement serve as a beacon of hope for all of us. You are the architects of change, the pillars of strength, and embodiment of what it means to be an agent of positive transformation. May your endeavors continue to inspire countless others to rise above the challenges that confront them, to make a meaningful impact, and to leave enduring legacies in their communities. I cannot end but acknowledge Joy News and the team that envisioned this Impact Award. Multimedia has always shown that media is a powerful tool for development. I pray that the seed that we sow today at this maiden edition will blossom into a great tree that will result in a lot more Ghanaians doing good. But more importantly, I'm hoping that this seed that we sow today would offer us people that we can look up to, role models that our young ones can look up to, that it's not just about ourselves. It's not just about what I can get, but it's what difference we can also make in the life of others, that others are as important, even not more important than we are. Thank you all very much, and may tonight's celebration serve as a powerful reminder of the incredible potential within all of us to shape Ghana for the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kenneth Ashigbe, CEO of the Telecoms Chamber and the former General Manager of Multi TV. But before then, he was general manager of Joy FM. Let's now go on to those who are going to be honored this evening. And I'm going to read the profile of the very first person. Improving lives through farming is his heartbeat. He founded the Farm for Livelihood Association in Adafo. The organization, which operates in Ada East and West, generates income from farms and uses it to support people with disabilities and provide scholarships for less privileged students in the community. It also distributes solar lanterns to school children and homes in the island communities to promote sustainable energy and run malaria campaigns in schools to prevent malaria-related deaths. 2 new businesses have been created through the success of the organization's activities. The first is a bakery run by young girls and women who bake bread and sell it in villages. The second is Nikeni Gift Shop in Adafo, which sells locally made products to tourists and locals. The association also supports youth with craft talents who need assistance in making locally made goods.
My name is Isaac Ajalto, and I live in Adan community here. Basically, I was working with the health service, and I also started a farm project called Farm for Livelihood Association.
Thank you.
So Farm for Livelihood Association, what we do is that we have farm for disabled people, and I also farm for school. That is farm that generates income to pay for children's education, support them in school, because we have a lot of children who do not have enough support from their parents. So disabled people, what we do is that we try to keep them in their community. So the farm generates income, and those who cannot work on the farm, we set up a business for them, small startup business. So they stay in their community. Some sell airtime, and the whole community buy from them. Yeah, and the profit that we get from the farm, we also use to provide solar lanterns for some school children who do not have electricity, or they don't have electricity in their community that they can use to study. So we provide that one for them. As for the people, for instance, the 5 island communities, all children, everybody receives solar lanterns. So if we are talking about 5 island communities, and there are many communities, sub-communities there, then there are many. There are many. So for instance, one school, for instance, we provide like about 350 solar lanterns. So one school. So if we have like 5 schools, then, so there are many. When it comes to the disabled people, we have about 25 of them that we will be supporting. Then the farm for school too, we have many children that we support, and there are many. Yeah, there are many. We also, the women in the community, we also create employment for them. So when our crops are ready, we engage the women in the community. So they buy our vegetables, fruits and vegetables, the farm price, they sell, and then they pay the farm price, the profit they used to pay for their children's education. JoyNews Impact Makers Award, it will help. It will be a great help if we should get some support. We'll be able to expand our farm so that more children can benefit from what we are doing.
Applause. And to do us the honors is the Executive Director of the Star Ghana Foundation, Ibrahim Tanko Amidou. Please come help us hand out the award. And now, please welcome Isaac Ajauto, a man making a difference through farming.
This opportunity and this privilege given to me. And then also thank my wife, my beautiful wife who is there with me. And then JoyNews, for you, I don't know. It's look as if I am dreaming, but it is true. Because for the past 3 months, what I've been going through before this has come on our way, I say a very big thanks to you. At the right time, I'll share my experience. Thank you very much.
And congratulations to you once again. All right, so the next awardee, her passion in food and agriculture compelled her relocation to the Upper West region of Ghana to venture into full-time farming and aggregation. One of the most notable impacts of her work is the introduction of a high-efficiency, multi-purpose and multi-crop thresher. It has led to the provision of direct employment and household income to over 2,700 and 10,800 people, respectively. It's also attracted more farmers into soybean cultivation and has helped to ensure high-quality produce for sale at a premium price. Her company, Awo Fields, operates in the northern and savannah zones of Ghana and is focused on soybean, rice, maize, sorghum, and groundnut production. She provides mentoring, free training, and consultations to farmers on good agronomic practices and financial support to youth in education and other vocations.
My name is JoyNews, the CEO of Awo Fields Limited. My company name is Awo Fields. I'm a full-time farmer and then agripreneur. Aside the full-time production on our own field, we also support farmers to produce crops for us, like soybean, sorghum, maize, and rice. I started by producing soybean. That year, everything went right. Production was okay, but we had a serious challenge during harvesting time. There was no machine to harvest our soybean for us, and so we had a serious post-harvest loss. And so that pushed me to start looking for solution. And at that time, I realized the challenges farmers are facing, what farmers go through to produce food, to give food to us. I really felt their pain, so I have to look for a solution for them. So we came across this multi-purpose thresher, and that was it for us. I used it on my farm, and the following year we were able to thresh our produce on time. Though what we have is not enough, but it was able to solve that problem, the challenge that I went through and other farmers are also going through. Farmers are happy, and when I see them happy, that is the greatest motivation to me, to see farmers harvesting their produce, getting quality and premium grain, and as a result giving them premium price. We started since 2020 with 2 machines, and on my personal field, So other farmers started approaching me. We couldn't do it alone, so we have to bring in more and also encourage other aggregators to also acquire some, move it to the other districts apart from my district. So far, this machine has been able to employ close to 2,700 plus people. As the machine moved during the season, when it moved to a field, not less than 20 people work on the machine. This is an excellent initiative. I never knew that somebody was watching me. Getting a call from JoyNews, I was surprised, and I have to call the person again after the conversation. So it's going a long way to motivate people like us. I'm sure there are other people somewhere doing something in their own way to change lives in their communities. So it's going to be a very excellent, a good program to help people to keep doing what they are doing. Because there are times you feel like giving up.
Now welcome Joy Okra, a woman dedicated to researching effective and efficient ways to modernize agriculture and reduce post-harvest losses for farmers. And yes, please keep the applause going as she makes her way up.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm so honored and humble to be here tonight. And I'm sure, apart from me getting this, one thing that makes me happy sometimes, whenever I go somewhere and I'm filling a form and when there's occupation, I write a farmer, that I'm a farmer. The person in front of me always stop and look at me. Are you a farmer? I say, yes. There was even one time I went for a meeting and there were only farmers. When I introduced myself as a farmer, one farmer looked at me and said, are you sure you are a farmer? I said, yes. I said, and you are fine like that. So thank you very much, Multimedia and JoyNews Impact. I'm so grateful for giving me this opportunity, and also this is a great motivation for me to continue doing what I'm doing. In fact, as I said, it's not easy. This is a male field, and we have to push through. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to you once again, Joy. And yes, indeed, farmers are also fine. Our next awardee, his contribution to education is outstanding. Despite the poverty in his hometown, he worked hard to ensure that future generations do not have to endure the same challenges he faced while growing up. He joined the German province of the Divine Word Missionaries for his theological studies and missionary assignment. His strong desire to create a better experience for young people led to the creation of the Regentropin Education Foundation and subsequent establishment of the Regentropin College of Applied Sciences. Through external donor support, he started supporting 5 youth in Ghana in 2009. This grew to over 300 in 2022. The Regentropin College of Applied Sciences, which he is president of, provides scholarships to over 56 students. He's also established the Regentropin model schools comprising the Regentropin Senior High School, the Rosemeyer Institute for Technical Training, and the Regentropin Basic School to ensure that beneficiaries of the foundation receive the highest quality education from elementary to tertiary levels. 95% of the students in the senior high school and the technical institutes are on scholarships. Father Moses has worked on various projects such as drilling and installing a mechanized borehole for Namu Primary School, constructing a 6-unit classroom block for Azim Namwa Senior High School, distributing over 1,000 water bottles to students in selected Upper East Region schools, co-constructing, establishing Bongo Community Radio Station, and renovating the Lebisi Moshida Buru Primary School in Bongo Bio. I hope I got that right. Now, to do us the honors, I would want to invite. Before then, let's watch the video.
My name is Father Moses Asa Awenoya SVD. I am the CEO of Reagan-Truffen Education Foundation. Reagan-Truffen Education Foundation is a foundation that takes care of the education of children and youth in Ghana, from kindergarten to university. Beyond that, Reagan-Truffen Education Foundation takes care of the establishment of educational institutions, so that children and youth who otherwise could not have had access to good quality education would be able to have this. And by doing that, we are able to bring out the best out of children who otherwise could not have had any opportunity in life. And so we have the Reagan-Truffen Basic School, we have the Rosemeyer Institute for Technical Training, we have Reagan-Truffen Senior High School, and we have the Reagan-Truffen College of Applied Sciences. Now, beyond that, we give training even to teachers who are around us, to be able to even mentor other teachers, trainees who will come around in the area for training. But also, Namom Primary A, we had a mechanized borehole for them so that they will have clean water, and they will then save time even in their education. We've also helped Azina Namwa Senior High School to construct a 6-classroom block, a very good one, with toilet facilities and all that what a modern institution should look like. And recently, together with a sponsor, we were able to complete a 3-classroom block in Lembisi, the Moshidapore Primary School, which is in Bomopio. What I'm doing is out of the motivation to ensure that people have perspectives for their lives, and maybe better perspectives than I had. We started the whole thing in 2009 in December. Then I had the first 5 youth that were supporting, and as we're talking now, we have about 300 youth and children that we support directly. And beyond that, we then have the other people who then come in. Now, so since 2009 and up to date, we have been able to train doctors, we have been able to train nurses, we have been able to train managers and teachers and all that. And that is what gives me the joy to know that, look, we are doing the right thing. The JoyNews Impact Makers Award will lead us to be able to tell the whole world again our story. And this story is that it is possible to bring about change.
All right, so to do us the honors, Dr. Ben Okra is the Executive Director of the Ghana Philanthropy Forum. And now, all the way from Germany, we have Father Moses Awinoja. Indeed, he flew all the way from Germany to come receive the award.
All protocol observed. It is difficult for a servant of God to stand and begin to maybe claim credit for what he does. But as it is, God does not work in a vacuum. He needs instruments to be able to cause change, to cause improvement in the lives of people. He needs our voices to speak for the voiceless. And so I stand here giving glory to God that the little things that we do for the little ones who are now becoming big is also having a platform to speak for itself, so that the very many people who in different ways accompany us, especially our staff, the beneficiaries themselves, our donors in Ghana and in Germany, that all of them who educate also our children will come to know that this award is for them. For they are those who are causing the impact. I am only the voice that stands in for them. And so I want to dedicate this to all the staff and to all those board members who are working behind the scenes to ensure that things are going on well. And I especially want to thank my society, the Divine Word Missionaries, the German province, for allowing me to have the room, aside my lectureship and aside my other works in Germany, that I have time also to cause change in Ghana. I'll say thank you, everybody.
Thank you to Reverend Father. And am I the only one who thought he sounded like Manasseh Azuria Winnie? So the next awardee has been supporting smallholder farmers in his heartbeat. He's founded several organizations as a result. The story of his impact begins in 2000 when he formed the Nkuranza and Techiman Beekeepers Association to train, support farmers in integrating beekeeping into their farming practices to increase crop productivity. After a decade, the success of his initiative and it spread beyond Nkuranza and culminated in the registration of the National Beekeepers Association in 2011. The incorporation of beekeeping into crop farming has not only led to fruitful yields. The sale of honey and other bee products provide an extra source of income for the farmers. Being a child of peasant farmers who never made financial gains from farming, the success stories of smallholder farmers harvesting and earning more brings him so much joy. He is the president of the National Beekeepers Association, CEO of Community Development Challenge, and board chair of Winbig. And to do us the honors, again, Dr. Ben Okra. Before then, though, let's watch the video.
My name is Richard Oko. I am the founder and president of the National Beekeepers Association. I formed the association in the year 2000 with about 10 farmers in Nkuranza and the Bono East region. I was by then working with a rural bank there as head of credit. So we gave some loans to some farmers, but repayment was an issue. Researching into it, I realized that though the farmers did all that they were told by the agric extension officers by following the cultural practices, yield was so low. So my research led me to know that they are lacking high pollinator services that will lead to increase in crop productivity. So I brought them together and started to teach them. And we know the best pollinators are bees. Unfortunately, cashew and all the plants they cultivate there are pollinated by bees. So we started the training, and the following year, harvest improved, they paid their loans, and they had monies in their account. I suffered the lack of knowing that and harvesting poor crops because of my parents who were peasant farmers, and we didn't get much. But knowing that doing this will increase crop productivity, enhance your farm income, motivated me, and I've dedicated my life to supporting smallholder farmers. We have trained in total over 5,000 farmers have benefited. What we do is to train in communities, so the trainees getting it to also go into other communities and keep training. So I say conservatively we've trained over 5,000, but it could be more. Joy News, Joy Business program is known everywhere. They are online, they are everywhere. So it's going to send us to every corner of the earth. That is the best we can get. Farmers anywhere in Ghana and outside Ghana will also get to know what we are doing. So they will definitely be calling us for support. We want people to get in and support us, to reach out to them. The invitations come, but we are limited in terms of resources to move to those areas.
Please welcome a valuable asset to Ghana's agricultural sector and source of inspiration to others working to improve the lives of smallholder farmers, Richard Kwe Mensah Oko.
So much. I first of all give God all the glory because it's by His inspiration. Otherwise, we cannot do it. Being an entrepreneur and starting and being on your own without the word of God inspiring you can never do it. It's really, really very difficult. But because someone needs your services, your support, you must do it. And I thank God so much. I also give glory to my pastors, and especially Reverend Amma and Bishop Kakrabedi, my personal pastor, whose inspiration and teachings spur me on. Otherwise, I would have stopped a long time ago. Joy News, thank you so much. If I didn't believe it, just like my sister said. So when my staff said, oh, I'm nominating you, I said, oh, no. They already selected these things. I mean, how can we win? It's not possible. It's not so. Then she called and said, the people are coming to your office. I came on the corridor and they were there. Then they started interviewing me. I said, God, so this is true. And please forgive my ignorance. Because I thought, no, there's no way they can call somebody they didn't know and give it an award. This is like a dream. I thank you all so much. Again, I thank my family, the Jama Akwete family. So wonderful, beautiful family. Their support is what keeps me on. Because there's no one to call on but my family. And they've done well. Last but not the least, my staff. And they are here. Please stand up. My staff, please stand up. Now stand up. Wow. These young ladies are the ones who keep me going. In fact, it is Alice. I'll always call her the wonder. She took her phone, said, say what you are doing. I'm nominating you whether you like it or not. And she did. Alice, thank you so much. Now, thank you so much. But this award, lastly, is dedicated to all farmers, especially the smallholder farmers. It's difficult. I just came from Boafre, where, because we don't have money, we do butter. You go to the riverside, bring your yam, bring pepper, come and take fish. Somebody must be there. And I'm calling all of you to support. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to you. The next awardee, he is passionate and dedicated to ensuring good health. Through his NGO, FOHA, and with the help of over 400 local and international volunteers, more than 15,000 people in the Bono and Ahafo regions have been provided free health screening. Beneficiaries of his benevolence have been saved from complications through education, early detection, and referrals to major hospitals. His outfit has facilitated mentoring of over 500 nurses and midwives and trained 5,000 professionals in leadership and management, human resource development, and healthcare strengthening. At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, FOHA implemented a COVID-19 hesitancy project for 1 year and is currently running a child empowerment and food support project. In partnership with Human Venture, UK-based organization, the project aims to empower 2,000 basic school students and 100 senior high school students in teenage pregnancy advocacy, sexual and gender-based advocacy, skill development training, menstrual hygiene education, career guidance, and many more. Let's watch the video.
I'm Jefferson Agutro Kwesi. I am a nurse by profession. I've been practicing for a decade plus at the Bono Regional Hospital, Sunyani. My passion is to see our world where people are having access to basic necessities such as, healthcare and then education, empowerment, where it will take an empowered society to bring development. 15 years ago, I saw people dying of preventable conditions such as high blood pressure and then diabetes. So I came out with an organization called Friends of Health Association. And one of the key projects that we have done, blood donation for hospitals. And we are talking about cleanup exercise, community mobilization. Currently, we are on a child empowerment project. In fact, this project is seeking to empower 2,000 basic school students in the Bono East and the Ahafo region. The output or the resource is to ensure that we are having the reduction in teenage pregnancy. If you look at the data, teenage pregnancy all over the country is on the ascendancy. So this program will ensure that there is a reduction, if not, eradicating the menace of teenage pregnancy. I've mentored over 500 plus nurses in the region intentionally through clinical skills, through my work at the emergency department of the Bono Regional Hospital, and then through other mediums and training. We have 20,000 plus that have benefited from all this project. They have benefited by way of healthcare. They are benefited by way of reconnecting back to the hospital. They are benefited by way of community development. They are benefited by the way of empowerment, and others are taking initiative for their healthcare. If not for the JoyNews Impact project, all the things that I'm doing over here would otherwise not have been heard. So it's a very brilliant idea. People will be motivated, people will be inspired, people will be challenged to pick up a problem in their society. It doesn't matter who is watching, it doesn't matter who is not watching you, we have to keep going. So I commend JoyNews for this wonderful program and project which have come to stay, and this being the maiden one, we believe is going to be a springboard for society, especially the youth, to pick up projects in their community. So I believe it's one of the greatest projects that we can ever have in our country and then in the world. So I commend JoyNews for this impact project.
Dorinando, host of the Cosmopolitan Mix on Joy FM, will do us the honors. A round of applause as she makes her way. And then let's welcome Jefferson Kwesi Agbotro.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very excited to be part of those who are being recognized tonight. And I got to a point, and almost all the time, you get to a point where you are the only one. In fact, I started with my school fees way back in school, and it was a burning desire to help society reformed. So I'm so excited tonight. And I want to dedicate this award to all FOHA members, dedicated doctors and nurses across the country. Key among them is Dennis at the back there. He's also a nurse, a very dedicated volunteer. Yes, Dennis, God bless you. And to my beautiful wife up there, and then my family, and my dad and my entire family in the Bono region. I say God bless them, and to the entire Bono region and those at the Bono Regional Hospital. And I want to say that together we will be able to make a greater change. That was all what I believe in. So I'm very grateful for the award and to JoyNews, and to say that together we'll build a better and sustainable country. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. So you're still watching the Impact Makers Awards happening here on JoyNews. And we're taking a break, and that break gives me some time to readjust my kente. We'll be back in a bit. So you're welcome to the Joy Impact Makers Awards, and pretty shortly we will be announcing the next awardee. But as you can see, I've readjusted my kente, and this kente actually given me by Homeda Kente several years ago, but it's still good and works good. I didn't only adjust my kente, I brought with me a beautiful lady, as you can see, standing right next to me. This is Bernice Abu Baidu, who you can call her the baby doctor.
Yes, you can. Thank you so much. And that's my latest show. You should catch it tomorrow at 7 a.m. on the JoyNews channel. Thank you so much, Israel. And thank you to everybody seated here for honoring our invitation and being part of this very important program. And for those of you listening via radio, watching on television, and joining us via technology, we appreciate your presence as well. It's now time for us to honor a man we all know. As a young boy, he left his home country, Dublin, Ireland, to come to Ghana to serve as a priest, and he never went back. He's been with us in Ghana, and he's shown us how to show love to people living with leprosy. He's the founder of the Lepers Aid Committee, and he runs the leprosariums in Ho, Akanchina, Kokofu, and Weija. He also organizes retreats for young people, and he has educated girls who would have been on the streets but for his intervention. Please watch this.
Came from Ireland, where I was born in, but I always felt that urge that God is calling me to come to Africa. My calling is to bring hope, bring love to people. People who want to give up, people who've thrown in the towel and they want to discontinue. So I feel this is my vocation. I've helped many people over the years, over 50 years working here in the Accra Archdiocese. I've been giving retreats to young people. I also helped the street girls around cantonments. I used to go there every Tuesday evening with the Legion of Mary, and we'd meet all the young girls. All the young girls. At times I sit with them, I pray with them, I give them rosary and give them encouragement and ask, and pray that God will bless them, they will get off the streets. And we did. We had some of them who came off the streets and we got them into schools. Now they're doing catering and others. So we gave them hope. We gave them hope. So then I also helped the street children. When I was in Christ the King, I started a soup kitchen where children would come from all over the city, right? During the time of the pandemic, we were serving up to 800 children a day, giving them food and the rest. This is not a personal award. I don't see just Father Campbell only. I couldn't do this without the help of many, many, many people. When we're awarded, people see what we're doing and they want to help us more. Running a place like Waja and helping all the other lepers, when the people see that we're doing all of these, they want to give more and more and more assistance to us. Since the COVID-19, since that time, things went down because people weren't coming here. But now, more people are coming here. More people see the good work we are doing, and we tell people what we're doing. We let people know, and it encourages them. It encourages them. This is what Father is doing. He's going as far as Wa. He's going as far as Cape Coast. Going as far as Encanchina. If we can get you far, going as far as Kokofu. We're bringing food there. We're bringing medicine there and others. So we'll encourage people to give us more to help them, because more and more people are coming for help. More and more people are looking for assistance. A lot of people need help.
Now, to help us present this special Lifetime Achievement Award, please welcome General Manager Sales and Marketing at the Multimedia Group, Max Fuga. Now, please welcome Reverend Father Andrew Campbell. Please, you can do it better. Like I said, he has shown us how to show love to people who otherwise would have been marginalized and kept in places where we wouldn't want to reach out to them. Thank you so much for all you do, Reverend Father. We appreciate it.
I'm a very shy priest to stand before you. All I can say, to God be the glory. Great things he has done. At the age of 13, I was a laborer, and I worked for 2 years as a laborer because my parents didn't have the money to send me to school. And here am I standing before you, getting such a wonderful award. What can I say except to God be the glory? But I left everything to God, and I was ordained in 1970. In 1971, I volunteered to come to Ghana. And I was just 3 years in Ghana when I started work with lepers. My priest called me a leper priest. I don't mind. I'm happy. I hope when I go to the gates, the pearly gates of heaven, they'll be there to meet me. And they say to God, here's the leper priest, let him in. There's a lot of work to be done because the lepers are the most marginalized, the most forgotten, the sad people in the whole of Ghana. They get 1 CD a day to live on. And we have to try to help these people, give them a good meal every day, take care of their medical care. All of this we've got to do. So I'm always fighting for them, always begging for them. I'm known as a beggar priest. So if I go begging tonight, please, help me, because it's not for me. I see everything I do not for myself. but for people whom I love dearly so much. We've about 1,500 to 2,000 of cured lepers in Ghana, and every year we get over 250 new cases every year. And we have to take care of these people to make sure that they have taken care of in every way. So I need all the help and blessings I need. And I couldn't do it without my staff. My staff is here. Stand up, Andy. Stand up, Patrick. And stand up, Esther. Without my staff, that I dedicate this award to, they've been wonderful. I couldn't do what I've done in the past years without them. I thank them very much. But everything, and all the benefactors and all the friends and all those, I get on the phone and say, please, I need help. Can you help me? I have somebody in hospital. Can you help me with the fees and the medicine and the rest? All I can say, to God be the glory. Great things he has done. I thank all Ghanaians. You've been wonderful. I've been here now for 52 years in Ghana. And I want to stay here and die here. I want to stay here because to me, this is my home. And I feel a stranger when I go back to Dublin. And I'm happy to be here. And I love being a priest here in this country. You're so good to me. You're so kind to me. And you help me in every way. Please continue. It's not for me. It's for people who are so forgotten and so neglected. 1 CD a day to live on is not very much. So please help us in every way. Thank you, and God bless you all.
And God bless you too, Reverend Father Campbell, for your service to Ghana. And I'm sure it is obvious to all of you who are gathered here, as well as those of you who are watching on TV and listening on radio, that the people who are being honored this evening truly deserve it because of the work that they're doing and the impact they're making in the communities in which they find themselves. And the next person whose profile I'm going to read is no different. She's a strong advocate for girl and boy child education, ending sex and gender-based violence, and achieving the SDGs. Through personal financing, she's been able to mentor girls and support them in accessing education, especially at the high school level. She's a municipal girls education officer and school improvement support officer in charge of the Kenting Circuit of the Techiman Municipal in the Bunu East region for the Ghana Education Service. Ellen White Upoku is dedicated to impacting and uplifting the lives of people to a well-deserved status. She invests her time, skills, and resources and goes out of her way to make life better for young people. Let's watch this video.
I'm Ellen White Opoku, a native of Businya in the Nkransa North District of the Bunu East region. I am currently working for the Municipal Directorate of the Ghana Education Service as the Girls Education Officer and a School Improvement Support Officer for the Kenting Circuit. As a professional teacher, an educationist, and a sexual and gender-based advocate, I'm moved by having the Sustainable Development Goals into perspective. And so I have taken it upon myself to show love to people in the rural areas. And so I do a lot of rural engagement in the various communities in Techiman municipality. I sacrifice a lot of my time during weekends to meet mothers and adolescents especially. I try as much as possible to get sanitary pad for my girls. You know, the sanitary pad is something very important. Without it, it would be very difficult. There were instances where some of our girls had to skip school because of sanitary pad. You know, water is life, and so I was able to fix a borehole that was faulty for them because of the love I have for the students especially. And I try to provide food for some of my needy girls during holidays. I believe strongly that every child or every adolescent girl or boy has goals and objectives set for him or herself. And so helping them overcome whatever challenges they are facing or whatever challenges they go through, at the end of the day, they'll be able to excel in whatever they are doing to achieve whatever goals and objectives they have set, and will be able to contribute to the economic growth of Ghana. And that is what moves me to do what I do. I have been doing this for more than 10 years now. I remember when I was posted to Tiobodom, that was where I was first posted to after training college. And so when I was posted to Tiobodom, I started helping my girls who were vulnerable. So indirectly, I can say I have touched thousands of lives, but directly, I can confidently say that I have touched about 60 to 70 lives. Thanks to JoyNews for this great initiative. To me, Joy Impact Makers Award is something, to me, is a great initiative that will go a long way to inspire a lot of young, talented people, to inspire a lot of people making impact in the society. Who am I? An ordinary teacher. But here I am today granting an interview to JoyNews, all because of the impacts I am making in my community.
Appreciate Ellen White Opoku, and joining us to present the award to her is CEO of the Telcos Chamber, Ken Ashibe. Please welcome Ellen White Opoku and Dr. Ken Ashibe. Oh, please, you can do it better. You can do it better. Thank you, Ellen, for providing sanitary pads. That's a real big deal, and it's generated a lot of conversation in our country currently, and we are still pushing for taxes to be scrapped of sanitary pads. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you so much to God, for He has been my shelter in times of storm. Thank you, JoyNews, especially the organizers of this program, Joy Impact Makers Award, for recognizing ordinary people like us. In fact, I'm moved. I'm touched. This award is dedicated to Ghana Education Service. Thanks to my dear husband, who is at home taking care of the children. Aww. He has always been supportive. Thank you to the traditional leadership of Techiman and all key stakeholders, especially my Director John Kujo Emisa. Thank you so much. I love everybody in Techiman. Thank you.
Thank you, and I'm sure they're doing the watching. Thank you so much, all those of you who are watching across the country. We appreciate it. The next person I'm going to introduce you to has done a lot of work with respect to mental health. For the past 10 years, he's championed the cause of people living with mental health in the WA municipality. From catering for one person since its establishment in 2006, the Bahas Foundation currently has over 80 patients in its care. The foundation has secured NHIS cards to cover all patients, keeping them on regular medication and reducing their level of aggressiveness and attacks on people in public. Bahas is also committed to preventing mental issues caused by substance abuse through public education. The lives of more than 5 babies born to mentally challenged parents have been saved. Now, since the foundation's inception, the number of people living with mental health conditions on the streets in WA has significantly reduced. Public education has led to a decline in stigmatization, torture, and ill treatment of people with mental health conditions in the community. Through outreach programs and regular community visits, the foundation ensures essential care is provided for those in need. This ensures that those who've left their care are still catered for. Ladies and gentlemen, please appreciate entrepreneur and philanthropist Ilyasu Yusuf Baba.
I'm Ilyasu Yusuf Baba. I am from Dondoli community, a suburb of one municipal in Upper West region of Ghana. I was born in the post-independent era, a distinguished personality, a social entrepreneur, an Islamic influencer, a politician, and a farmer. A chunk of my life has been directed to helping the mental challenged people in Upper West region by way of, impacting their life, helping and assisting them, bathing them, feeding, clothing, and medicate them through regional psychiatric units. I almost go around almost every fortnight, bring them together, bath them, feed them, and clothe them. And afterwards, I invite the municipal hospital to come and screen them. Apart from that, I've given almost all of them health insurance, just to make sure that when they are sick, I take them to the hospital. My motivation is whenever I ask myself the purpose of my life. That motivated me more to go into this, because I asked myself, what am I here for? Apart from service to God, what is the other thing that I can do to impact somebody's life? When I ask myself such a question, it gives me more hope to go into such a venture. We have been doing this for almost 17 years. We started as a volunteer group in 2007 and had our formal and legal registration as an NGO in 2010. There are more than 200, 300 people, as you know, because they are not stable. People used to come and go, but at least as we are speaking now, in one municipal alone, we had about 47 people, 47 registered people, but those people who pass through Bahas Foundation are more than 200 people. JoyNews is a very big and a large platform which everybody would like to feature on. And I know this thing, inshallah, it will bring hope and it will bring a lot of investors, a lot of benevolent investors to come to our aid, to push our initiative for the mental home we are trying to build in Upper West region.
All right, so to do us the honors, is someone who's also making an impact herself on Heneye Gifty Auntie.
Please also show some love to Ilyasu Yusuf Baba. Mental health is one of the underfunded aspects of our health, and so he's meeting a real need in his community. Please appreciate him.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. I didn't hear the response. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. We thank God. Why are you laughing? We say Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah for this wonderful award. When we started this project, people were thinking that it was going to be 9 days wonder. But I said no to myself. I want to see the mental ill people house. I want to see the mental people ill clothed. I want to see them sitting like what we are here. So today, I'll say Alhamdulillah, if with this one alone, And we have started an initiative in Upper West, which is building a mental home for the mental ill people. We have molded about 4,000 blocks, and the Wala Traditional Council has also given us a land, which I appeal to everyone here and those who are not here to please help us to get a nice building for the mental ill people where they can also sleep, medicate, and dine there. Because politicians have run away from mental health people because they don't have the voting right. So please, we here, we shouldn't neglect them. We should let them be part and parcel of us. So I want to dedicate this to the entire Upper Westerners. The Wana, Yarana, the Imams, the Tendamba, the Furukos, and to Ataulai. He is standing here, you remember. To my mom, Haji Fati, she's watching me at home. Yeah. To my wife, Mama Fatuma, she's watching me. To the one who nominated me, my own son, Mohammed Fawaz Jr. Fawaz, I've dedicated this. To those who have been helping me, I dedicated this to all of you. To those who doesn't understand English, I will say, Yebiela Bahasla, Unakagana Jakarana, Nde Chautanga, Aduku Niara Ja, Ankarate, especially my godfather, Dr. Abu Sakara Foster, and their Mama Lily. I dedicated this to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ilyasu Yusuf Baba, a man making a difference for people living with mental health issues in the Wa municipality. And as we've already said here tonight, one of the main aims of doing this is to showcase what all these wonderful people are doing. And he's just told us about the project he's working on, a really commendable one. Please appreciate him for that. I'm sure you may have heard of the He for She campaign, right? Anybody here knows about the He for She campaign? Right, so this is a gentleman I'm about to introduce who is a clear example of a person who really understands the He for She campaign. He's the director of Achievers Ghana. It's an organization that focuses on providing quality education to girls in deprived communities. He's so passionate about what he does and tirelessly works to address barriers hindering girls' access to education. So here's what he does. He provides scholarships, mentorships, and community outreach programs to enable girls pursue education and develop essential life skills. Amadu's work goes beyond transforming individual lives. It has a ripple effect on families and communities. And by investing in girls' education, he breaks the cycle of poverty and empowers these young girls to become agents of change. His unwavering dedication, compassionate leadership, and commitment to providing quality education to girls in deprived communities makes him an inspiring figure and a catalyst for social change. His work with Achievers Ghana continues to have a lasting impact, fostering a brighter and more equitable future for all. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Amadu Mohammed's story.
My name is Amadu Zulkarnain Mohammed. Actually, I grew up in Mamobi here, specifically near Mamobi, and I schooled here. Achievers Ghana really started in 2011 when I saw the need that most girls within our community are not well empowered to go to school. So I decided that from my mother's point of view, if she's able to help me My mother, who is not well educated, she's not even educated, is able to take care of me. What of a lot of the girls, if they are well educated, will be able to change our community. So I was a former sales executive of Barclays Bank. That is where I got the idea that let's create something like this so that we'll be able to support girls. Because what actually happened was most people always come to the bank for me to support them. And I think if this should continue, we will not always be available to keep on supporting. Let's do something that we can at least help their children so that the children, the girls can also grow up to support themselves and support their parents. That's where the idea came. So the issues about children being put into marriages at early stage because of poverty and other things, and children, girls walking around, teenage pregnancies and other things. And I thought that because the girls are not well empowered, they don't even have the necessary skills for them to progress. And that is what is happening. One of the difficult things some of the parents are facing is paying their girl child fees. It's very, very, very difficult for them. So if we're able to do that, the girls will be allowed to come to this center and learn other things. And apart from that, we came out with mentoring and leadership program. And then through the mentoring, we do a lot of reading because we think that reading is basics of everything. Now technology is changing everything. So we came out with coding, robotics, IoT, graphic designing, and other IT-related for them to be able to be well equipped, to be well informed so that they can also get job. And then we also have career skills development where we take them through proposal writing, business ideas, a lot of things that will let them have that zeal for them to have their own business. Because we say that over 5,600 girls have benefited. But if we should accumulate all and other activities that will be the robotics, it will be more than 10,000. A center at Gomwa East, that we will have over 900 girls where we do our IT program with them. And then we also have a center at Aduajiri in Eastern region. And I think JoyNews is one of the biggest platforms, both locally and internationally. And it's going to upgrade whatever we are doing, especially it's going to project the image of my community.
And to help us do this, once again, I'd invite Ohiniri Kifty Auntie.
Please put your hands together for her. And also welcome Amadou, who is doing a great work in the community of Mamobi. Please put your hands together for him. So as part of his package, Oheneyere has graciously given Amadou Mohammed some products to give to the girls. Please appreciate her. Thank you so much, Oheneyere. We are grateful.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy to be here today because what I've been doing for my community is not easy. It's not easy work, especially where if you want to promote a girl child and the people are thinking that we are preventing them from getting married as early, it's a very big challenge. And so I have been attacked physically. Some even come to my office saying all sorts of things that at the time that girls have to be helping their mothers to learn how to cook, that's the time that I train them. So how can they become a better wives? And I ask myself, why is it that they can't think that I want my daughter to be a medical doctor? I want her to be a pilot. They always want her to be a wife. That child, a girl child, can be a wife and at the same time become a good medical doctor. So I really thank JoyNews and everybody here, and especially I dedicate this award to my team, My young ladies, some of them are here, and then they are really, really supportive. Some of them are not here, and all this goes to them. Thank you so much, and may God bless all of you.
Thank you too, and congratulations once again, Amadou Mohammed, and to your team, those here and those who are watching us from home. Now, as an aspiring humanitarian and activist with Ghanaian roots, she spearheaded a dedicated movement to unleash the potential of youth for national development. She's a visionary founder and leader of JoyNews Impact Generation, a dynamic volunteer organization. Her primary focus lies in combating youth unemployment and providing guidance to those who seek their true calling in life. There's more of her story in this video.
Hi there, my name is Yaira Portia Klu, founder of JoyNews Impact Generation, a non-profit organization that focuses on facilitating national development through volunteerism. We provide teaching materials to schools that have experience shortage, aiming to enhance teaching and learning experiences in the schools. My motivation started during my time at the university when I realized that people were not interested in active national building. Unlike in the past where we heard of the VOLU, where young people were engaged in volunteering, it wasn't like that in my time. So during my time in the university, I decided to create this group to actually revive the spirit of volunteerism and also encourage the youth involvement in national building. I have been engaged in this work for the past 5 years. In fact, I'm proud of all the volunteers. We started with 20 volunteers, and today I am proud to say that JoyNews Impact Generation has 1,500 volunteers nationwide from the University of Ghana, KNUST, Ho Technical University, Kuforidia Technical University, and Wilbur. It has actually been one of the things that have actually motivated me, because the volunteers have visited Tamale, they visited Kintampo, they visited Ho, Sefiri also, and they are all eager to actually reach out to other people. Since the establishment of JoyNews Impact Generation, we have been working to facilitate the equal access of quality education in the rural areas by deploying our volunteers, most of whom are university students and graduates, to assist the tutors in the schools and also help teach the people. I believe the Joy Impact Maker Award is a platform for change makers to share their stories, provide hope to the general public that there are individuals actively working to improve our country, Ghana. And this award scheme will grant our organization the visibility to attract young people in the country, especially nationwide, and then also put our name out there whereby individuals or graduates, and including the students, can understand why volunteerism in our community or our part of Ghana is going to help improve national building. We require more helping hands to bring about the desire for positive change in our country. Thank you.
And to hand out the award to Yaira Klu, we're inviting the CEO of the Telecoms Chamber, Kenneth Eshigbe. A round of applause to them both.
My name is Yaira Portia.
Please appreciate Yaira as she comes off stage.
Good evening, everybody. Actually, I'm not shy, but I'm so happy and very proud of my volunteers. I had this thought in the university. I never believed the Ghanaian youth who participate. But today I'm proud to say that we have 1,500 volunteers who go all the way to the rural communities to actually teach. I stood here, I was sitting right there, and I could see that everybody was talking about how they were initiating, they are doing social impact in their various communities. But they never said, how are we going to change the minds of people who will go there and continue the work you have all started? This is why URL Impact Generation is changing the minds of our youth and community so that we can all come together and change it. So when you start it, just tell URL Impact and we'll join you in the communities to actually serve. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much, Yaira.
And thank you, URL Impact volunteers.
Thank you so much, Yaira. We appreciate that. And it's an interesting point she made about how people are beginning to buy into the idea of volunteerism in Ghana. If you're someone who is a bit exposed to what happens in other parts of the world, you know that volunteerism is a norm. It's something that happens. So we are happy that people are beginning to realize that that's a great aspect of development we need to look at. Well, we are coming down to the ultimate, but before we get there, his contribution to education and health in his village, Nyariga Dun, in the Bolgatanga municipality and surrounding communities has been enormous. Through what he calls the Vision and Missions Project, the first and only girls' school in Nyariga Dun was established. Also through his initiative, the Nyariga Community Clinic, which has now been upgraded to a health center, was constructed. This initiative has provided essential healthcare services to the community, saving lives and improving the health of the people there. His love for God and people and his dedication to improving the lives of others is an inspiration. Many lives have been touched by the senior pastor at the Christian Life Center Ghana, Nyariga branch in Bolga, and the retired district director of NCCE. His legacy is a transgenerational one. Please, here's the story of Reverend John Akaribo.
I'm Reverend John Akaribo, a former assembly member of the Nyariga community and coordinator of the Nyariga Done Women Association. But before 1998, the Nyariga Done community is made up with about a little over 800 in population. And among this population, I beg to tell that there was no single literate woman or girl in the community. And the major problem was they were going to open their bank accounts and the bank had to reject them because all the executives were illiterate, and how can they function with the bank things? Hence we decided no. One of their legs is already in the grave, one is alive. When I talk in the grave means that they are already advanced in age and they can no more go back to school to study anything. But that of their daughters, which is still alive, what happens to them? And that's where we made a decisive decision that within the next 10 years, we would like to see female education enhanced, if not only in Nyariga, but in the entire environment. I've been able to bring about clinic. There was no health facility in this community. I was able to build a clinic in this community. The Nyariga community, which has now been upgraded to a health center, I brought it. I think today, when you move to any single house in Nyariga, Zoko, Via, Sumbrumo, Agose, Bonyarga, anyway, you enter any house at all you enter, the educated person in that house is a female. And as I speak today, we have been able to turn around about 463 girls. Since I started doing my community work to bring change to Nyariga community, the entire Nyariga community, I think it's over 30 years now. 30 years is not 30 days. But yet, if it is today that people are now seeing what I've done yesterday is beginning to, people are seeing the impact, the results of it. I think I'm so grateful, and I will pray that, well, whatever it has come, it should go through. But I'm in my small corner, but I never knew that Joy News have got an eagle eye to be looking through to come to this community. There are so many communities in Arka, in Bogotá municipality, but here they have come to this remote area where it is not known, but you have been able to fish some of us out. So we always work for the glory of God, and whatever God has decided to do, it to do. But I'm nothing to. I'm only happy. I'm proud that I've been at least also acknowledged by people.
I wish you could see the joy in my heart when I saw the faces of those young girls. I know you felt this. You felt it, right? It was just heartwarming, and would like to say a very big thank you to Reverend Akaribo. To help us appreciate him, please help me welcome Queen of the Airwaves, Doreen Ando. And please welcome Reverend John Akaribo, who is receiving the Impact Maker Award for Education and Health. Please show him some love.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and good evening to my colleague, Impact Makers. And I want to extend my appreciation to my father, Father Campbell. Father Campbell has been an inspiration to all of us. I was young when I heard of Father Campbell, and I think some of my parents and relatives have benefited from him, because they have to immigrate most of our leprosy patients from Bolga down to Ankafo, where they have all benefited from the work that he has been doing. And I also want to acknowledge my mother here, Auntie Gibsanti. Gibsanti has pulled us from this project that we started under Fawe Ghana chapter, and by the late Dr. Vida Yeboah. May he so rest in peace, because she has been the brain behind this project when I started in 1998. And Fawe Ghana chapter supported us a lot. And I want to take this opportunity to also thank my family and the illiterate women of Nyarkadone. They say behind every man there's a woman, but I'm saying that besides, not behind. Besides. And I'm happy my beautiful queen is here, Queen Akalu. And I'm happy that this evening, all my children here, except one, they're all here. Can you just wake up so I see you? These are my children that are here. And I want to thank my last daughter, who has been able to introduce this thing to me, which I don't even know. So I'm really grateful for this award. And I want to thank Joy News. And I want to dedicate this award to my illiterate women, because they were the brain behind me that has brought this success. To the women, Nyarkadone Women Association, that were able to build that school. You were surprised to see women carrying concrete, doing everything, and then forward, I don't know where they came from. When I made this request, forward did not hesitate to support us to build 3 classroom blocks. And by then, as an assembly member, my own district assembly rejected and they opposed my motion for a girls' school. And that time, you will see girls of 12 years giving birth. Even when I started the school, when they were in class 2, 4 of them gave birth. This was the product of the first pioneers, who is now having masters in education. So the first graduates that we have now, if I want to even tell the story, they will break. And I think today, the community where girls were wearing faces of no hope, today they are now in all sectors of the economy. We have nurses, we have teachers, we have, a whole lot of them. I can't even count. So I want to thank you very much. Time is not there. But I say, God bless you. God bless you. Today we are the 10 winners. I think we are like the Mordecai in the book of Esther. Pardon me, my fellow pastors and father. In the book of Esther, I think nobody recognized Mordecai. But when the day came and they want to go through the records of the king to find out what happens, then remember that no, somebody has done good to me some time ago. This is what we are today. So thank you, Joy TV. Thank you, the Impact Makers Project. May God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Reverend. Definitely had to bring in that passage.
All right, so you're still listening to us on Joy 99.7 FM and watching on Joy News. We're just about going to announce the announcement of the overall winner. We'll be doing that in a bit. But before then, so one of our sponsors, Gold Key Properties, has decided that they're going to present a package to 3 of the winners this evening. Would do the presentation of the first 2 for now, while we keep you in suspense before the announcement of the overall winner, who's also going to get the package. So Gold Keys Properties, the package as it is, it's too heavy for one person to hold on to. So we're going to have these gentlemen who will follow the winners and send it to them. The first one goes to Father Campbell. A round of applause to him. This is from Gold Key Properties to you, especially. So Gold Key Properties, would you come and hand it over to Father Campbell? Symbolic
please show them
handing
some
over.
love.
Since it's too heavy for you to hand over all by yourself. Thank you. So there's a second presentation. And the second one goes to Ellen White. So she's already been awarded, and Gold Key Properties wants to give this to her as an additional package. All right, so this is where we get to announce the overall winner. And so I'm asking Bernice to join me so you all can see us and what we're wearing. So for me, I decided to pick this particular one because those of you who are watching or listening to us on radio wouldn't get to see, unfortunately. Those who are watching on JoyNews, yes, you get to see. But those who are watching on JoyNews HD plus high definition, this is for you. Because I wanted you to see the colors.
Right,
And
beautiful.
yes, and Bernice, who made yours?
Oh, this dress is originally designed by Adroyawa Clothing.
Okay.
But it was remade by a young lady called Savia. So we did some tweaking to it and it's looking a bit different. But it's originally produced by Adroyawa.
And it's beautiful, isn't
Thank
it?
you.
A round of applause to Bernice, please. Bernice Abubeidu Lancer, the baby doctor.
Thank you. Before we tell you who our ultimate winner is, I'm pleased to announce that Oheneyeri Gifty Auntie once again has made a special donation to Reverend Akaribo for his girls' school. So she's providing books, hair products, and many more. And if you know Oheneyeri, you know that she loves girls. So yeah. And we love her too. I've been watching you since I was little, so I still consider myself a girl when I talk to you. So, so it's now time for us to introduce you to the ultimate winner. And we are pleased to tell you who this man is. And we've already introduced him, but just by way of reminding you of the work that he has done, he has improved lives through farming. Farming is his heartbeat. And here's what he decided to do. He didn't just go into farming. He saw farming as a means to an end. So through farming, he managed to get people to get an income and then created businesses out of that to support other people. And that's phenomenal. He has distributed also solar lanterns to school children and homes in island communities to promote sustainable energy and run malaria campaigns in schools to prevent malaria-related deaths. He's also helped in creating the Nikini gift shop in Adafua, which sells locally made products. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to announce our impact maker for this year, the overall winner, Isaac Ajawato. Please appreciate him.
Keep the applause going, please. And to do the presentation, we're inviting the General Manager, Sales and Marketing at Multimedia, David Max Fuga.
Congratulations, Isaac. Can we have a rep from Gold Key Properties? Because you have a package for the overall winner as well. Isaac, please don't go away.
It's been good. Now I can share my experience. If you see the gray hair, the white hair, it's not because I am grown or I'm growing. It's because I didn't sleep. I sleep like 3 to 4 hours every night. Wake up around 3 a.m., going to farm, to go and put water on the plants because we have children in school that we have to pay for their education. 3 months ago, I've been down thinking when JoyNews and Multimedia came in, because for the past 2 years, farming has been very difficult in Ghana. Fertilizer, urea that we used to buy, farmers buy like 90 cedis. We bought it around 800 Ghana cedis, 750 Ghana cedis. And our backbone, what we do, agriculture is our backbone. We use the profit to pay for children's education. As we speak, for about 2 weeks, when some universities resume, some of our children are in the house now because our farmers cannot pay for their education. Because we make profit by all going to our expenses because of fertilizer and then farm inputs. I've been thinking sleepless nights when Joy News and Multimedia came in. I think for now I can have some sleep. And then we'll continue to do more. I'm very grateful. I thank all the disabled people we are supporting. We have many school children who are calling on me each and every day. We have to pay for their education. We supply textbooks in the schools. We are thinking about opening libraries for the schools in the island communities. And I think Joy News coming in, we are going to do more. I'm very grateful. I thank all of you, and I thank everybody, my wife who has been there for me all this time. I'm so much grateful. Thank you very much, and my team and everybody, all the disabled people. Joy News will continue to do more. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
And thank you to Isaac Ajato, the overall winner, and to all the winners and all those who are making impact in our society. We say congratulations to all of you. To those of you who stayed on to watch us, those of you who stayed on to listen all through, this is the point where we say thank you and bid you adieu. But certainly, there will be another Impact Makers Award.
Definitely. Until then, we say keep making an impact wherever you are. You never know who is watching, you know. And so we will be in your community soon. We will open nominations soon. So just keep making an impact and being the difference. I'm Bernice Abubeidul Lansa.
And I'm Israel Lai from Influencer Africa, going back away on loan.
Have a good evening.
Have a good evening. So we're off air now. So yeah, we have all the award winners. Please stay behind. We're going to have some interviews with you.
Awards, celebrating ordinary people doing extraordinary things in their communities.